Hi folks, I'm Jason and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Evening folks, it's Saturday evening, it's 5:45. Yesterday's video was a complete disaster to start with. For some strange reason, I don't know what happened, I was recording over on the table back behind me and I did a 1 minute and 29 video and it all went okay. I did all the rest to go with it, so it was about 12-13 minutes by the time I'd finished. Anyway, I went to put it into my editing studio, and for some reason the 1 minute 29 video turned out to be 2 hours and 36 minutes long, and I couldn't figure out what had gone on. Anyway, I tried to shorten it, it wouldn't let me shorten it. I tried to save the file anyway, and it said it was going to take from 10 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning to save, so I knew there was something wrong somewhere. So in the end, come midnight, I was giving up on it. So I gave up on it at midnight, came down this morning, redid it all, and I've uploaded it. So that's the reason there was no film last night, no vlog last night. So yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. I'm glad, this is for Steve Cook, my mate. I'm glad you like the glasses, mate. They're pretty cool, aren't they? The glasses what I put in last night change, well, the images change on them when you put water in them, which I thought was rather cool. Now, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm not going to rate any films or nothing because I haven't watched any. I didn't watch anything last night because by the time I'd finished doing my stuff on my laptop, it was quite late. It's been an awful, well, when I got up this morning, originally we were going town again, but it was blowing gale force here and it was throwing it down with rain. Now, this got me thinking. I had a survey about 4 days ago, and one of the things it asked me was if I had any medical conditions. And I put my medical conditions down, and it said, what's the worst thing about CMT? And I thought, well, hang on a minute, what's the worst thing? Is it the loss of feeling in my fingers? Is it the fact that my balance is bad? And then I thought, no, actually, I think the worst thing about CMT is the mental side of it. And what I mean is, I look at things that I used to do every single day and take for granted, things like walking down the street without a stick, things like picking something up and carrying it, bending down to pick something up, washing my hair, simple things that you take for granted, even getting dressed in the morning, putting belts on and stuff like that. And then I thought to myself, that's what gets me the most. The fact that things I used to be able to do, oh, my glasses got a bit wonky. Things I used to be able to do, I can no longer do. And I think that's had a bigger impact on me than the physical side of it. Because the physical side of it is something that your body, you know, your body just is going to happen. Simple as. I think understanding it and getting your head around it is another thing. I can understand why people have breakdowns and go through anxiety and depression and stress because of conditions, because I think it is the actual thing when people take for granted things they can do and then all of a sudden they can't do them. It has a massive effect on their lives. It's like today, the weather was bad, it was windy and raining. Now go back a few years and I'd have still gone out, because I'd have still been able to. We'd have still gone downtown, we'd have still done the shopping. Yeah, I'd have got blown about, but I wouldn't have got blown over. I would have been okay with my balance and stuff like that. The problem I have now is, as soon as it starts being anything above slightly windy, I can't do it because I'm unstable. I know I'm going to get blown over when I'm walking down the street. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, I long for the days when I didn't need a wall to walk with at the side of me. Glasses are driving me nuts. I'm trying to get them level. I think it's because I've got wonky ears. Put it like that. Yeah, so yeah, I would say when I was filling this survey in that it was the mental side of it, to be honest, that affects me more than the physical side. Just doing, even today, you know, I went across to the sink and tried to do a few dishes. Now, I don't tend to do much housework, I don't, because I worry about dropping things, breaking things and stuff like that. But I'm not just going to sit on my backside and do nothing. I can't do that. I'm trying, you know, to give up on things and stop doing things that I know I can't do. But there's certain things which my body says, no, you're all right, you can still do that. And until it says I can't do that, then I'll carry on going. But yeah, I don't know how other people react. What do you think? What do you think's the worst thing about CMT? Do you think it is the physical side, or do you think it is the mental side? Because how often do you see people in the street just going about their daily lives and you thinking, I wish I could do that? You know, you see people running down the street. I wish I could do that. You know, one of the worst things for me, I think, was stopping sport, because I used to love sport. I was never brilliant, don't get me wrong. I was no athlete by nothing. I couldn't run for saved toffee. I could never do. But I used to like having a kick about playing football. I used to love playing cricket. I was a good spin bowler. I couldn't do fast bowling because you need to be able to run, run and then deliver. When I was a spinner, I could do spin bowling. And obviously, I've told you before, I used to play snooker and darts. Not to a professional stage, but I was good at snooker. I was good at snooker. I know I was good at snooker, and I wasn't a bad dart player either. A lot of my friends can vouch for that because I played a lot of mat darts. But being able now not to hold the darts because you can't grip them, you can't feel them in your fingers, so they fall out. You can't balance on the hockey because you've got to stand still, and I can't stand still. I can't physically stand still when I'm trying to do something. I'm always moving. My body's constantly wanting to move. So yeah, that's what I would say anyway. That's my opinion. You tell me what you think underneath. You tell me what you think the worst part of CMT is. Yeah, today I aren't doing much at all. It's 10 to 6. Got my sister coming up tomorrow, like I said before. She's coming up to pick up her wedding invites, and I hope she absolutely loves them because Deb has spent blood, sweat and tears on them. I'm telling you, she has done tons. Not, like I say, not doing much else tonight. I might watch a movie in a minute. I'm not quite sure yet. There's a movie, or I can watch a bit of football or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know what you're doing on this Saturday, and I hope your weather's better than mine. I saw this morning, I knew it wouldn't take long. This is a news item. Begum, or whatever her name is, who had the baby over in wherever. The IS woman who basically wanted to come back to Britain because it's now come out that her baby's died, even though there's no proof that this baby actually existed. There isn't, I'm sorry. I know you might think I'm being a bit whatty here, but I don't know whether it's all true or not, because how many times have we seen pictures of so-called children's bodies from these refugees, and then you found out that the baby, the child had been dead for a long time before that, and they'd used it for basically get the propaganda going, And now, of course, Jeremy Corbyn. Now, I've been Labour all my life, right? But that guy is a complete and utter, how can I put this, a tit. That's for want of a better expression. I do not like him in one bit because he is basically a member of a party that's very anti-Semitic. He's very, they're very against the Jews and all this kind of thing, right? Now, he's trying to stand there because he wants to try and gets curry favour with the voters. He is trying to make out that Labour, supported her coming back into this country. And she should have come back into this country. She should have been allowed to come back into this country. And now her baby has died, so they are saying. He is now blaming the Mayor of London for it. Now, that's a load of cobblers. I'm sorry, but that is an absolute load of garbage. And all he's trying to do is he's trying to get certain voters to vote for him. Well, I'll tell you something now. Me and Deb actually said today, I've voted Labour all my life. And I swear to God now, if there was election tomorrow, I'd vote for the Green Party. Anybody but, because I like Labour. Labour are what I stand for. They're what my life stands for. But the leader isn't. The leader isn't. He's got some stupid, radical, mental ideas that don't fit with the Labour Party. They really don't. They do not fit with the Labour Party at all. And I just cannot vote for Labour while he's there. I can't vote for Conservative because, they're against all my principles. They're basically making the rich richer and all that. UKIP. Yeah, they've got some fantastic ideas, but unfortunately there's quite a few right-wingers getting in there now. A few Nazis and fascists and all that. BNP, never in a million years, because the one thing you can say about me is I am not racist in any way, shape or form, and I'm not. I am definitely not, even if sometimes I come across as having views. They are my views, personal views, and I am not racist in any way, shape or form. I'm quite happy with the country how it is. I love the fact that we've got, people over here from different countries because it makes the world more diverse. If they come over to our country and they adapt to our life and they blend in with our lives and we sort of blend in with them and all that sort of thing, then fantastic. We can all get along as one fantastic, wonderful world. But that's never going to happen, is it? Because there's always going to be radical elements. There's always going to be those that want to cause trouble. There's always going to be those that want to take over, want to have power, want to have terrorism as a weapon. Something that they can throw in your face every 5 minutes. There's always going to be trouble. I don't like it when one person does something and all of a sudden, if it's a Muslim, all of a sudden all the Muslims are horrible people and they're to blame and they're all terrorists. That is an absolute load of crap. That is an absolute load of crap. That's like saying every Englishman. For every Englishman who goes to football and throws a bottle at one of the players, all English football fans are hooligans. That's a load of cobblers as well. You cannot blame a race or a nation or a group of people for what one person does. You know, it tarnishes it, don't get me wrong, it does tarnish that group, but it's a bad apple. I'll give you an example. Last night, Hibernian played Rangers at football, and one of the players got confronted by one of the Hibernian fans, actually faced in on the player. And the Hibs manager has gone demented, and the owner has said that this person will receive a lifetime ban. It's as simple as that, because that does not play any part in football. So instead of people talking about how wonderful the game was after the match, the first thing people were talking about was the confrontation. And that takes it away, surely that takes it away from everything. I'm sorry, but no, one bad apple. Get rid of the bad apple. Don't tarnish the rest of the barrel and say all of them are poisonous, because they're not. They're not. You know, I mean, I've known some people in my life who've been BNP. I've known some right horrible, radical people, and they've come out with some comments that have made me cringe inside, because these are people that I thought I had a lot in common with. You know, and sometimes, yes, I have had things in common with them. Definitely, yeah, I won't deny. You know, sometimes they've made a comment and I've quite agreed with it, but other times, I've just been so ashamed that, you know, I've either deleted them from somewhere, or I've stopped talking to them, or I've told them, you know, whatever you do, don't talk like that around me. You know, I've had friends that are definitely on the different spectrum than I am, a lot different spectrum than I am, I tell you. People, eh? Anyway, listen, on that note, like I said, you've got 2 videos today, 2 for the price of 1. So I shall leave you now. It's nice and early. It's 6 o'clock. So even if my video does cock up, it'll still be done by midnight. You all take care, and I'll do another video tomorrow after my sister's gone. Bye for now. Thank you for watching my daily vlog. I hope it was informative and interesting. If you like what I'm doing, then you can subscribe to my channel by clicking there. And if you want to see exactly what I was talking about yesterday, you can look up there. Bye for now.